Do a quick check. All right, it says we're live, so we're just gonna start. All right, hello. So how are you, Chloe? How are you doing?
I'm good.
All right, and I see you have a nice, wonderful background. It's a painting or just a picture that you found?
A picture that I found.
Okay. All right, so the title of the lesson this week is This Week in Pictures, and it's our first one. So always experimenting and trying new things. So let's take a look. What are we doing in this live English lesson? Okay. So this is what we're going to do. Let me move. There you go. Out of the way. We're going to look at pictures from this week, and it's specifically pictures from news websites, okay? We're going to explore vocabulary and talk about what we see. So, this kind of current events, things that are happening. And I'm just going to type in the comments. Let me put it over here. And I'll put an apple. That's what I do. I'll say hello and welcome. Say hi in the comments if you are here.
Leah Huda said thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up.
I think they left that comment before. All right, so let's jump in and get started, shall we? Okay, so the source for today's pictures is The Guardian. All right, so it's theguardian.com, and this is their website. And I'm just going to a section where they take pictures from the past week, and then they have a little caption, which is like some information about them. Right. Okay, so let's jump in and we'll take a look. Right, so this is the website, and it says 20 photographs of the week. All right, so we're just going to jump in and go to the first one. All right. Okay, so what's your impression of the first one, Chloe?
Very mischievous?
Mischievous?
Maybe?
No?
Yeah.
Well, let's see. Can you see the words? Can you read them? I just highlighted them, or is it too small?
I can see them.
Okay.
Children play by olive branches cut to make fire in the makeshift migrant camp on the island of Chios.
Chios, I think.
Never heard of it. Sounds like Cheetos a little.
Okay.
I did say Cheetos. Cheetos. Thousands of refugees and migrants live in the camp in squalid conditions without water and electricity as winter takes hold.
Okay, and I'm just going to put that text here so that it's nice and big for everyone. All right. So, ooh, you're right behind my head. What the heck? I'm going to move you out of there. All right, we'll put you up there. All right, so what does migrant mean, the word? What do you think?
Migrant, I heard of it, but I think it means a different meaning.
Okay. And
because
go ahead.
The one that I heard was actually a part of a song. It was like migraines. That's the first thing that comes to my mind.
Well, migraines are different than migrants, but it's good. We could look it up. Right in the comments. Leah Huda says a severe headache. So a migrant is different from a migraine, but we'll take a look. There we go. Ramazan says migration, right? So here we go. Let's see. Let's put it into the dictionary. Since we have it, we might as well use it, huh? Okay, so first we'll put in what you said, migraine. Which is similar, right? The word sounds kind of similar. All right. A recurrent throbbing headache that typically affects one side of the head. And you're like, ah! And is often accompanied by nausea and disturbed vision. So we saw the picture, and that's not quite what's going on here, but interesting. Okay, so let's go back. We're looking for migrant, all right? Migrant. And I'll let you read the definition, okay?
Okay.
Here it is.
A person who moves from one place to another, especially in order to find work or better living conditions.
Okay, so in the picture, we're looking at a migrant camp. right, of migrant people. So give me some ideas. What do you think? What is the reason that they're moving?
Maybe probably not maybe probably because there's like for example right now they're in mm, China, and in China, random guess, okay, in China it snows, so they might be like some people might have to like move because it's too cold and they don't have like the clothes for that, or yeah, like they move around.
Okay, well, that would be like a reason, but let's see. Can you see what's in the comment right here? Ramazan said, can you read that,
Due
Chloe?
to war at their own country.
Right, so due to war in their own country. And we don't know what country they're from, but it could be a good guess. What is the book that the country we've been reading about? Go ahead, Chloe.
Maybe the war is the snow. I don't know.
What? We're talking about
I know.
this
I
could be
know.
like they could be Syrian. They could be from Syria. We've been reading about
So
Syria, remember? The
yeah,
story and Mahmoud. All right.
and yeah,
So
Cuba,
right, so
Germany.
the bombings and all that stuff, so maybe they moved in there in Greece. I don't know. But migrants are people who move to a different location because something is bad. Something's bad in their own country. All right.
Like refugees.
Like refugees, okay? So let's see, there's another word in there, makeshift. To make fire in the makeshift migrant camp. What do you think makeshift means?
I do not know.
All right.
Never
Well,
heard of it.
makeshift, I'm pretty sure it means they just made it. It wasn't really planned. It just, that's where they are. So they're just going to kind of do it. Right. So a makeshift camp. There you go. Serving as a temporary substitute. It's sufficient for the time being. So they're just going to live there for a while and then they're going to try to find something better. All right. Let's see the picture. All right. So that's picture number one. Doesn't really start with like happiness. What do you see? Can you describe what's happening in the picture, Chloe?
I see a little tent, orange tent, and some clothes hanging,
Huh?
and branches, and maybe plastic on top of them,
Okay.
and two kids. One's running towards the camera, or the person that's taking the shot, um, and the picture, and then he's smiling, and the other one just standing there, and something's in his hand.
Uh-huh. I don't know if he's eating something.
Onion?
See if I can zoom in a little bit. An onion? Yeah, that would be interesting. I don't know, maybe an apple? Not really
That
quite
does
sure.
not look like an apple. That's why I said onion.
Ah,
I
okay.
have my reasons.
Okay, well, let's go to the next picture. So this was refugees and migrant camps, and this was in Chios, Greece. So this was a picture that was taken in the last week. All right, Ramazan in the comments says maybe bread. You think that's possible, Chloe?
Maybe, but I think it looks a little bit too white to be
Uh,
red because I think, or maybe it would.
There's a
That's not
mosquito.
savage. That's not was not that was not savage. Not today. That's my cue. Okay.
Okay.
Well, I think it's too white to be bread. From looking at it, I think it's a little kind of white. Or maybe it's like the inside of bread. Maybe it's bread.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, let's go to the next picture. See what we have. Okay. So, right, here we go. You want to read what it says?
I do not see any photo. I just see the other words. From children play by
Oh,
olive branches cut to make fire in the makeshift migrant camp
okay.
without.
How about
Okay, now
now?
I see it.
Okay.
Yeah. It's kind of weird photo.
Okay.
When I look at the dog, it seems kind of weird. The dog, because it's like it seems like the head doesn't fit to the body.
Yeah, right. You're right. Here, let me stop the share, and I'm gonna change your screen. 1 second. All right, so you can see everything that they're seeing. I kind of had changed it before.
Okay.
Okay, so right, the dog's head kind of looks too small. but it's
But
go ahead.
probably when the clothes for the dog, when it's off, maybe it seems more fit to
Uh-huh.
be with one.
Right. This is the kind of dog that can probably run really fast. But here it says a polling station. So what is a polling station?
I know what a pole is. I know what station is, but I don't know what polling means.
Okay. Well, let's see. Can you see the words?
A second.
All right. You want to read or should I read this time?
All right. A dog waits for its owner to return outside a polling station in North London during Thursday general election. Now a feature of election coverage, the UK's dogs are brought to polling stations around the country during their daily exercise. See more photographs here.
Okay. And just in case people aren't able to see those words, I'm going to put them here. Okay. So there's a vote. There's an election. Something for I don't know a lot of the details. Oh, and I put you behind me. Sorry about that. So
Shame.
they were voting, and then the person went inside to vote. Let's see what shows up when we put a polling station. This was in the UK. Let's see.
I think the United People's the people from the United Kingdom, their accent's quite weird.
They probably say the same thing about the American accent. So
Probably.
this is like a polling station. They're different in different places, but the purpose is people are running for offices or places in government, and the people go in to vote and choose who they want to vote for. And why do you think they put up these walls here? Or you could say partitions.
So nobody sees the other person's vote.
So why is it private, do you think? Why do they want to keep it private who you vote for?
Because they don't want to know until it's time
Well,
to pick, maybe.
it's possible. And
Or
sometimes there are elections that get very heated. Like very people get upset. They want you to vote for this person and they want to control the outcome. So they try to make it private to make people feel that they have the ability to choose who they want to choose. Right. All right. So that's a polling station. Let's see. Let's go to So the dog is just waiting. All right. See if the pictures. All right. So there's another one from the poll. The guy's waiting. All right. Let's see if we can get away from elections. Okay. Hong Kong. Nice. All right. Go ahead. Oops.
I'm just gonna say something before I might know what this is.
Okay. What do you think?
Well, I think it's quite colorful,
Huh?
and yeah, but I'll read it first. Pro democracy. Protesters take part in a march in Hong Kong last Sunday. Hundreds of thousands of protesters filled the streets of Hong Kong in a mass show of support for an anti-government movement that shows no sign of flagging as it enters its 7th month. The march was mostly peaceful in a rare break from the escalating violent scenes of recent weeks.
Okay. So a lot has been happening in Hong Kong. Huh? Go ahead. Huh?
Can you go back to the photo for a second?
Okay. I'm just going to paste the words over there. Go ahead.
As I was right, I think I know what's happening in this photo.
Okay.
So, but I don't know why some of them have heads as a frog. I don't know why. So in the middle one, the blue head as a frog. Um, I think those words are Chinese. If I look close, maybe it's Chinese.
See if I
It
can
looks
zoom in.
Chinese.
Oh boy.
Huh.
Okay.
And not that one. I guess. Yeah, that I think that's Chinese.
Okay.
Yeah, so basically it's like actually because back then China and Hong Kong used to be a country, like a whole country together.
Go ahead.
And then after that, the Big London, Great London, oh,
Great,
Great
Great Brit.
Britain, Great Britain. It actually it had like a war or something, I think, and then it separated Hong Kong and China. So now China wants Hong Kong back, as it says, and that's why Hong Kong, the people there don't want to go back into China. So they're actually doing quite a big protest.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Okay. I'm just trying to make sure my thing is lined up, that I'm showing what I need to be showing.
I still don't know why their heads are not humans but frogs.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure about that, but let's just see. Here we go. I'll read this time. So, pro-democracy protesters take part in a march in Hong Kong last Sunday. Hundreds of thousands of protesters filled the streets of Hong Kong in a mass show of support for an anti-government movement that shows no signs of flagging as it enters a seventh month. The march was mostly peaceful and a rare break from the escalating violent scenes of recent weeks. All right, what do you think it means, no signs of flagging?
No signs of like serious violence, like killing stuff. I don't know. I've
It's
never heard
it
of it.
means no signs of slowing down.
Oh,
So it's
okay.
still going. It's still going after 7 months. Sometimes people get all crazy and excited, and then it just kind of people go home, right? But after 7 months, it's still going. So as
And
it,
7 months is close to a year.
uh-huh. Well, getting there. 5 more months, about half a year plus a month. So it was mostly peaceful. From the escalating violent scenes, escalating just means getting worse. Escalate, go up, get worse, or increase. All right. Okay, so that was the picture. Shall we move to another one?
Sure.
Oh, this one's kind of interesting now.
Mm.
All right, this one
That
is,
looks like a volcano.
all right, Wakari White Island, New Zealand.
New Zealand.
Huh? Go ahead.
The volcano on New Zealand's White Island, also known by its Maori name Wakaari, spews steam and ash moments after it erupted. Police said about 50 people were on the island at the time, more than 20 of whom were Australian tourists. 15 people who killed and 2 are missing, presumed dead. Um, all of those rescued had sustained injuries, mostly burns, police said, and those in a critical condition had been flown to hospitals in Tauranga and Auckland.
Okay, so did you hear about this, Chloe?
No,
It's kind
but
of
I was right. It was a volcano.
right. So this was big news,
Really?
and yeah, it was all over the news. I don't watch news that much, but since I was preparing for this class, uh, yeah, it was happening. Let's see.
At,
So, go ahead.
at this time, I think I might have been um, jumping.
Oh, at Fun and Fit, yeah, yeah. So this volcano, from what I could tell, it's a private island, and the tourists go there to kind of check out the volcano. Unfortunately, if you had the bad luck to be going that day, guess what happened to the volcano? Boom! And it's yeah. So quite a few of the people died, and
15, didn't it? Were killed. 15 people were killed and 2 are missing. Oh,
what does it mean if it says
17.
presumed dead?
Are missing. They think they're dead.
Yeah. All the information so far means that they're probably not alive. They're assuming that they're dead.
So it's like, I actually remember I watched just about a week ago, I think. I watched Frozen 2, and that reminds me. It actually said at a moment that in the Frozen 2 movie, close to this, it was that once you go in, there was like a mystical fog. Once you go in, you never come out. Nobody ever comes out. So then after that, it says right here that 2 are missing, presumed dead. So it's like they never came out. They're missing.
Uh huh.
Yeah.
Huh. Sure.
A
So
little
that,
similar.
yeah, this was quite a tragedy, right? And I guess now that it was, more tourists are going to not maybe go to the island, but to get up close and take pictures and stuff.
And they're taking pictures while it erupts.
Right, right. And
But I've never seen a volcano actually like erupt and then like clouds come out from it. It
ah,
seems like clouds at least.
well, it's kind of probably clouds of dust and debris, and I mean, there's a lot of force there. Boom,
It's
blows up.
yeah.
Right,
Probably
let's.
maybe the whole ground shakes.
Sure, I'm sure. And the people that were on there, can you imagine that? Like, oh, we're gonna take some pictures of the volcano, and all of a sudden,
Then boom,
pow,
they're
right?
gone. Yeah, I think it's kind of scary. In my situation, I'd be scared to death.
Where do you go? It's an island. Like,
And it's the by the photo, you're on an ocean. You're not like close to like you could like you're not on like a bridge you can like run away or something. Well,
uh-huh.
bridge would be a bad idea, kind of, if it was connected to the volcano, but yeah.
Ah, and here's another picture. Maybe we'll just move to the next one as well.
Hmm.
So you see all the,
Looks like Mars.
yeah, right? I bet all the ash and maybe lava and stuff, I don't know, came pouring down. It must have been really hot.
Oh,
Enough.
that's just really I thought that was Mars for a second, but
Uh-huh.
then there's sea.
Yeah, so it's another picture. So here, do you want to read or should I read?
I'll read
All
again.
right, go ahead.
Allied soldiers take part in a mission to retrieve bodies from Wakari White Island after the volcanic eruption of the coast of Wakatane on the North Island. A team of 6 New Zealand soldiers wearing breathing apparatus and special fire.
It's breathing apparatus and
Exactly. Breathing apparatus and special fire retardant suits battled heat stress as they recovered 6 of the victims of the Wakari White Island volcano eruption. How the heck would you find 6 people there? Like,
I don't know. I mean, I guess they passed away and their bodies were still there. Maybe they weren't burned badly enough and they were able to get
oh,
them.
they're still alive.
No, I don't know. They could have been injured or maybe they were dead. Let's see. Here we
Well,
go.
that sucks.
Breathing apparatus. So let's take a look.
I do not know what apparatus it means. I didn't even say it right.
It's kind of like equipment. But I'll show you. It's when I think of breathing apparatus, I think of like firemen. There
When
you
I
go.
think of breathing apparatus, I think of like heavy breathing. I don't know why.
So it's just allows them to breathe in dangerous environments where if you didn't have, the stuff, then you would inhale the smoke and the heat and the flames and all that. So breathing apparatus. It can also be like scuba gear. You know what scuba gear is, right?
I do. I once tried scuba scuba gear.
You
How do you
mean
say?
You mean snorkeling.
Oh, and I couldn't do it. Everybody, it seems like everybody can do it. It's so easy for them. It's like, see, she's with thumbs up. She's like, me. I'm like, I can't even breathe underwater, and the hole is like cleared.
Uh-huh.
I'm
Uh-huh.
gonna die if I stay there for like 15 seconds.
Huh. So
15, not 50.
So breathing apparatus is just something that allows you to breathe in environments where you have to be holding your breath. All right. And here it's elite soldiers. What do you think elite soldiers are?
Like professional?
Sure. So they're soldiers, but they're elite. So what does elite mean? What do you think?
I heard of it in a game. I think like master, elite, like beginner,
Aha.
mediocre,
Huh.
elite.
So elite
Oh,
are like the top dudes that have like the most training, the ones you probably don't want to mess with. So they're not like
okay.
regular soldiers, they have super extra training. So
So
I
then
get
it's like in like a whole ballerina twirl or just a twirl. They could be they're like targets, and then they could just like have a gun and then like shoot 5 bullets in the middle. Is that what it's called, elite?
did you say a ballerina twirl? I don't understand, but okay.
I do.
Let's
I have my
see.
imagination.
Let's take a look in the comments. Let's see. Leah Huda says the best. Yes, so elite means like the best. Leah Huda said, Leila Almeida says top. Leah Huda says top notch, right? Elite. The best of the class. Ramazan says, especially worked in a special situation like commander. Sure. They have a lot of training, very advanced training. So, right. Okay. So let's see. Let's see what else in there. How about fire retardant suits? What do you think those are?
Suits. And probably like when there's like fire and smoke and stuff like that,
Uh-huh.
you would wear the what was it? You would wear the breathing
Apparatus.
exactly, and the fire retardant suit.
Right. And who do you think wears fire retardant suits?
The elites.
The elite soldiers?
So darn it, elite soldiers. Today my vocabulary sucks.
Ah. So this is like an extreme fire retardant suit where the person can actually go into a volcano. Have you seen that? Where the scientists will go in the volcano?
No.
Let's see.
They would, to me, I think they would die. Because if it was erupting.
Well, some of them, they put on these special suits. Like this one.
And then they could just like lay on the ground and they're set. Nothing will hit. None of the lava will hit them or something like that.
Well, I don't think they actually like jump in the lava. I think they just climb down and they get close enough so that they can study. I don't know if they're looking for bugs or the rocks or something that they can take samples, right?
I'm pretty sure they would be like going down, be like, "Ooh, this is cool." Me, I'd be like, "Goodbye."
If
I'm scared. I don't want it to like suddenly erupt and then I'll be like,
yeah.
I want to say goodbye.
That would kind of like burn your bottom. So I'm thinking if I was this guy, I would want to trust the guy or whoever's at the top holding the rope or the cables, right?
And if I was in your position, I would just like run right up, like not even go down. Because the worst possible thing that would happen is that the volcano erupts.
Yeah, that would be pretty awful.
Awful. That's why it's like you never know when the volcano is gonna erupt. Like the Australian tourists, they didn't even know that it was going to do.
I guess. Yeah, I'm curious to read a little bit more about that one to see what happened.
And guess what?
What's that?
Instead of like running away or something, let me take a selfie.
Yeah, right. Look, there's lava flowing towards me.
Let me take a selfie.
Okay. All right, let's see. Maybe we'll move to next picture. If I can find it here. All right, I'm going to make you a little bit smaller. Right, so let's scroll down. Ooh. So this one, close to New Zealand, closer, Sydney, Australia.
Oh yeah, I heard of Sydney.
All right, go ahead. You want to read?
Not really, but
okay. Right, my turn? No. You? Go ahead.
Savage. That's my cue. Okay. Bushfire haze covers Bondi Beach as the air quality index reached higher than 10 times the hazardous level in some suburbs of Sydney.
Suburbs. Mm-hmm.
Are you going to correct me or work with me as a team? Probably my vocabulary today is not so good, but suburbs of Sydney in images of the Opera House, Harbour Bridge, and Bondi Beach shrouded in smoke was shared widely on social media as the usual. That's not joke. Joying?
I don't know. It looks like French. Joy de vivre. I don't know.
If that was vive, I would understand because that's Spanish. Vive. That's vivre. I don't know. That greets the beginning of summer in the city gave way to anxiety over the lengthening bushfire crisis.
Okay.
That doesn't look fun. I've always like saying like I want to go to Australia. I think it's cool. I think it's nice. Now, forget the whole idea.
Well, it might be a temporary thing, kind of like what happens here in Indonesia and Singapore when they have the bushfires when they burn, and then there's a haze, right? So a haze could be like smoke. It could be kind of dirt. It could be whatever's in the air, right? So it covers Bondi Beach, and I guess that's a famous beach in Australia. All right, the air quality index. Have you heard of that, Koi?
Nope. I know what an index is because that's an index finger, and I know what air is. I know what quality is, but I don't know what air quality index means.
Okay.
Cheater?
All right. So the air quality index is just a number that they assign to the breathability. Yeah, go ahead.
I will. Um, well, just say for example, the usual every year because they said why the answer to me as the usual joy de vivre that greets the beginning of summer in the city. Oh, I thought it
Uh-huh.
said every year. Mm. Well, it said summer of summer, the city. So then it might be like last summer they might have been like the maximum is 5 times that it would go. This time it's 10 times. It's higher, more than
Uh-huh.
expectation. Air quality index.
Uh-huh. Right. So it's just a number. Some organization, they go around the world and they put sensors so they can check the air and how clean it is to breathe, and then they give it a number. And ooh, you disappeared.
I disappeared.
Yeah, I don't see your video anymore.
Well, I do.
Yeah. There you- okay. So air quality index is just a number which tells you how clean the air is. And if it's 10 times the hazardous level, then it's probably not a good idea to go outside, or it's better to wear a mask or something like that. All
I
right.
remember that actually. In Indonesia, just like about 2 months ago,
Uh-huh.
October, I think. I forgot. Well, totally not November. But when I was here, I actually saw in Indonesia that there was like smoke, like dark clouds, and I was like, why is it so dark? And then, my mom actually said that it was because they were like burning like the like ashes and all that stuff. Not
Uh-huh.
ashes, but the ground. And then after that, I was thinking that was quite horrible why they did that because like it could go like to the planes and stuff, and the planes could be like maybe accidentally like go the like one wrong little turn and go somewhere else
Well, I don't know. I'm
because
not
the
sure.
smoke might be so bad.
But I know in they have bushfires in Indonesia, and at certain times of the year they burn it because they want to clear the land. Unfortunately, a byproduct or an effect of burning all this stuff is that it puts up huge amounts of smoke into the sky, and the smoke goes over to uh, it covers the sky like in Singapore. It's so hazy you can't see, and it's just like they dislike it and they complain to the Indonesian government, but they don't do anything, and it's
Mm.
yeah. So anyway, that's what's happening in Australia. Okay, so
Oh, I thought it was Indonesia.
ah, all right. So let's go to the next picture. What do we have? All right, more haze, and this is at a sports match. Let's see if we can find. Ooh, this one's kind of interesting. All right, Diriyah, Saudi Arabia. All right, you want to read?
I want to read.
All right, you turned your camera off. I can't see your.
You can't see me.
No, I can't see you. There you are. Huh?
Um,
All right, go ahead.
Saudi Arabia. Anthony Joshua punches Andy Ruiz.
Ruiz.
I'm guessing the person on the right is Anthony Joshua, Jr. During the world heavyweight title fight. On a night when a storm raged across the Saudi Arabian desert, Anthony Joshua becalmed the Mexican tennis in front of him to make history and a whole lot of money by regaining his WBA, IBF, WBO, and IBO. Why is there not WWE?
I don't know.
Heavyweight weight titles.
Okay, so before we look at some of the vocabulary in that description, how would you describe the picture?
Very painful looking for I think Andy Ruiz Jr. Because it says Anthony Joshua punches, so I think the guy on the right in the white boxing gloves him. He is.
Uh-huh. So this guy, he's getting socked in the face. Now there's different ways to say it. You could get he's getting smacked in the face, punched in the face, socked in the face, but whoever took the picture, it's at the perfect moment because his face is like folding in, right? And what do you think all this stuff is above his head right here?
Maybe spit?
Mixed with?
Air.
Sure, probably his sweat and whatever. I don't know, maybe he had water in his mouth and it's like boom when everything comes out.
I remember that actually happened to me once, because I remember I was like about to swallow water down, and then one of my friends, they were quite funny, and then they actually like made a joke, and I was like, and I accidentally spit it out, so I had to cover my mouth. I was like inside, I was like trying to like get it off my face.
Well, at least they weren't punching you in the face and you're going blah.
Ugh.
All right, so let's see.
That sounds like blood's coming out.
Let's take a look at some of the vocabulary. All right.
I wonder if Sierra's gonna pop up.
I don't know, because all these pictures are just from that were taken within the last week or so. All right.
Oh.
So Anthony Joshua punches Andy Ruiz Jr. during their world heavyweight title fight. So this is like the championship fight to see who is number one in their division or their level, and it's heavyweight. So these are going to be big guys. Yes, go. Are you raising your hand?
I wouldn't go there. I don't really like it. Ugh.
Okay.
I don't think it would stand a chance. Like I would be like, I think I'm kind of good at dodging, but not good at like punching.
Uh-huh.
I don't punch at all. I don't think I ever punched in my life, except when I was a little kid, like, pya, 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 or something like that.
Okay.
So,
I see in the comment it says, this picture reminds me of the unforgettable boxer Muhammad Ali. Have you ever heard of Muhammad Ali, Chloe?
I heard of Walid
Okay.
Mahmoud.
Okay. Let's see.
No.
We're going to find pictures of Muhammad Ali, one of the most famous boxers ever.
Really?
Right? And he also is a very interesting guy. He has great quotes. Just very, very... There
and
we
he
go.
spells his name wrong.
All right, there we go. So he was a
Shame.
boxer, and just really, really flamboyant.
What's flamboyant?
Flamboyant is like he was talking like crazy. I'm the best. I'm the best. I'm the best in the world.
And he was?
Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee, and all this stuff. And for a time period, he was number one. He was the best. He was really good. And yeah, eventually someone beat him, and he had beaten someone before, but he was like number one in the world. I'm not sure who. I suppose we could look it up.
Who beat Muhammad Ali?
Well, let's see. Who beat Muhammad Ali? Let's take a look.
I need to get my water.
There you go. Frazier beat him. Go ahead. All right, so Frazier defeated Ali's longer fighter. All right. Let's see in the comments we have, yes, he floats like a butterfly. No, it's it's not stinks. Stinks means smell, but it's supposed to be stings, like a bee stings you. Zzz, right? He floats like a butterfly and stings like a bee. Okay. And yes, Layla Almeida says he was famous, really famous. Right. Okay. So, Muhammad Ali, if you have time sometime, Chloe, it would be interesting. You should read about him. He also has some very interesting things to say as well.
Is that about him? The Fraser thing?
Yeah, that was just about him. That was the person who beat him, I guess. So someone
Living
defeated.
Homes. How old is he now then?
Who, Muhammad Ali?
Mm-hmm. He looks quite young.
Well,
so he must still be alive now.
I think he might have passed away, actually.
Oh, really?
There we go, Muhammad Ali. Oh, it's all in Indonesian, shoot.
On the right, there's a description. Like, on the top, there's change to English. If you even have that.
Sometimes it doesn't show up. Let's see. Google search. I'm feeling lucky.
I'm not feeling lucky.
Well, either way, we're getting...
Especially not in this Australia, Sydney, or something like that volcano. I'm not feeling lucky. Not today.
All right. Well, let's go to the next picture. All right. So in this one, we summarize this guy is getting his butt kicked by the other guy who socked him, punched him.
And about right here, he has like an eye tattoo.
Yeah, he does. Looking at his armpit. Mm-hmm. All right, so let's see. Next one. Ooh, here we go. Lion, France.
This
Or
reminds me.
Leon? Is that how they say it? Go
I
ahead.
don't know. This reminds me of a zombie movie.
Kinda, yeah.
Like they look like zombies. Like, oh, they're not like standing up straight. They're like
You're right. It
bent
kind of
over.
does. All right,
That's scary.
just a quick question in the comments says this is in Saudi Arabia. That's what it says. That the fight occurred in Saudi Arabia.
On a night when a storm raged across the Saudi Arabian desert, Anthony
Right.
Makon.
I
Also,
guess.
one of them Mexican. One of them is Mexican.
Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe they promoted the fight and they decided to have it in Saudi Arabia. I guess I'm not really sure. Okay, so here we go. You want to read?
People demonstrate in Lyon.
I think it's Leon.
Lyon, French. Lyon on the sixth day of massive strike action over the French government's plans to overhaul the pension system.
Okay. So what do you think is the smoke and mist that's floating in the air?
Dust.
It could be mixed with dust, but if it's a riot or if there's demonstrations, it's probably something else. What do you think?
Because it doesn't look like air, because it's really clear.
Okay.
But kind of a little bit mixed with air and dust, because then dust would be like on the floor.
Okay.
Yeah, because right now there's air and there's nothing. I can't see anything.
Well, I'm pretty sure, because if this was a massive strike, a demonstration, and if the police wanted them to get out of there, they might use something called, have you heard of tear gas?
Gas of tears?
Well, the idea is that it makes you start crying. It makes you lose the ability to stop your tears from coming. I think I told you before, when I was a police officer, we had to go through training and we had to go through a big building full of tear gas. And we had to take off.
Was it fun?
No, it was horrible.
Okay.
And we had to take off our masks when we were inside. And it just, it gets in you. It gets in your eyes and your nose and everything. And all of a sudden you have boogers and tears and everything coming down your face. But it wasn't.
Actually, talk.
Oh, I say it wasn't the most pleasant memory, but they wanted us to be trained on a situation when they would have tear gas. And it's common to use it when there are riots. Do you know what riots are?
Crisis.
Well, riots are where kind of people go crazy. And maybe they attack things, they destroy things, I don't know. And then they bring out the riot police, which are the people wearing all the pads and the stuff like this.
Pads? Tampons?
No, pads and like protective gear.
I'm embarrassed.
No worries. Okay, so tear gas.
Okay, so after this, can we buy a tear gas?
No.
There's the other. Sell it?
Yeah, I don't know about that, but it's usually for governments, and they use it, to control crowds and stuff. Yeah.
It says right there, police fire tear gas at protesters in, I don't know.
Right. So actually, they come in canisters. Canister. They kind of look like
Amsterdam, was it?
Like this. Kind of like a smoke grenade, or other ones.
Yeah,
they have
the top part.
Yes. Then they have other ones here that they shoot out, and then they explode, and then hopefully the people will go away, or else it gets worse, or All right. So that was in France. I guess they're having some demonstrations and riots. And the reason is because they want to, I'm going to make it bigger, 1 second. They want to overhaul the pension system. This is very controversial. So what do you think it means to overhaul something? What do you think, Chloe?
Overhaul, control?
Kind of. You have to be in control of it if you want to be able to overhaul.
I thought you maybe thought I was frozen out. I was like...
Yeah, I thought you did, and I was like, did internet freeze? Okay. I can do it too.
I can't even see you.
Okay. Oh, here we go. We have an answer in the comments. Someone beat you. It means change, right? To overhaul means to change. So,
Dare you?
Koi, do you know what is
The
the
whole comments. The
what
whole
is?
comments are full of her or him.
Uh-huh. Okay, Koi, what is a pension system? Do you know?
No, I know what the means. I know what a penny means. I know what system means. I sometimes know what on pension means, but put them all together, I'm clueless.
Okay, so the pension system is the system where people get paid after they stop working. So in France, it's more of a socialist country where they have the government paying for a lot of the stuff. However, there are too many people that need benefits and not enough money to be able to pay for the stuff. So they're trying to change the system so the government doesn't go bankrupt, kind of thing. Go ahead, Chloe.
My hands are tired. Hold on. Okay, so well, actually, paid for what? Like paid for like a demonstration or something?
No, it's the money that would pay for their retirement when they're not
Um,
working.
oh,
And they're not working anymore. So in France, they have a lot of social programs where they pay for the people's stuff. But after a while, if you pay for everyone's stuff, there's not enough money to go around, but people still want the stuff. So they're probably demonstrating and saying, we want it, don't change it, don't take away our stuff. So depending on what side you're on, your point of view, right? All right, let's go to the next one. Ooh, this one's in the U.S.
oh. California.
California,
That
Claremont,
doesn't
California.
look. That was kind of scary.
Kind of creepy.
If someone like there was like a portal and someone pushed me out, I'd be like, what the heck is this?
Huh.
Like mysterious black magic?
Maybe let's scroll down. Maybe we can find something more.
No, don't do that.
No, you want to go to that one?
Yes.
All right.
Well, what?
I don't know, something not so dark and creepy.
Why not? There's tons of stuff that are dark and creepy, and some people can actually handle it.
Okay. All right.
Oh, Christmas. I thought Christmas was always happy. A
Oh.
Christmas nativity? Okay, correct me.
Nativity.
Okay. Nativity scenes depicts Jesus, Mary, and Joseph separated. Oh,
Uh-huh.
I think the person in the white and blue on the right is Mary,
Uh-huh.
and Joseph is on the left, like closest.
Okay.
But I don't know where the other one is.
The little one is probably baby Jesus.
Oh, oh, I thought that was food. I don't know why. I don't know why.
A
It feels like a basket to me.
A sandwich in a cage.
Okay. As if Joseph separated and caged as if asylum seekers detained by U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement at Claremont United Methodist Church. The church hopes that the display will prompt people to ask themselves what the family would face today if seeking refuge in the U.S.
Okay. So there is kind of like an exhibit, or you could say a demonstration. They're trying to get people to think that there's a lot of people that want to come to the U.S. They want to have a better life in the U.S., but not all of them are able to get in. So they're putting Jesus and Joseph in there in cages as if they can't come into the U.S. and trying to get people to think about. So I guess they're trying to make a statement.
I remember I actually watched a video that it was actually saying that like he was not from he was from Egypt, I think. He tried to go into he went into America. He had to go to get a visa and all this stuff. And one of his friends got kicked out of America about a visa, and one couldn't even enter. And then he almost got kicked out because of a visa, but he stayed. So that's why it was like, oh yeah, the video is called American Dream. So then after that, it was like saying that, I'm trying to remember. It was saying like something like, that it seems like America has like the American Dream, but then right close to it, Canada kind of really has it.
Okay.
Yeah, but I don't really know.
Okay. All right. That's all
Back
right.
to the subject.
Back to the subject. Do you remember? Remember, I told you before
No, I
About
don't.
the youngest prime minister in the world.
35 years old.
34.
Oh, that was 35. Darn
It,
it.
all right, so
I made it soon.
Here, I'll read this time.
Why?
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, but correct me. Finland's prime. I thought it was Netherlands. Oh. Finland's Prime Minister Sanna Marin gives a press conference during a European Union summit, not Onion, Union summit at the
Europa?
Europa building in Brussels. Marin, 34, brushed aside the media furor.
Furor, I think.
Exactly. Furor over her appointment as the world's youngest serving head of government. Oh, head. So she's actually the president. But it says prime minister.
Right. Different countries like the US, we say president. In Great Britain, they say prime minister. So it's just kind of the top person.
So that's her in the picture.
Right. And so she's 34. She's quite young compared
Actually, when I look at her, I feel like she's 19. She looks quite young.
Yeah, she looks very young, right?
Yes, it's like people might be like 34? She looks like 19.
Well, I assume if she became the prime minister of Finland, she must know what she's doing, right?
Yeah.
Because the people they have to choose who they vote for and stuff. And I figure, go ahead.
Brushed aside the media furor over her appointment as the world's youngest serving head of government, pledging a sharp focus on climate policies as she made her debut at an EU summit.
Right, as she made her debut. Debut is just like your first appearance. I think it's a French word, debut. Huh? Debut. The T is silent. Debut just means your first appearance. Let's see.
Okay, if you tell me that debut doesn't exist, it will exist. It exists for me.
Let's see. We'll
it's
put
like Illinois.
Debut, right. It has a silent. A person's first appearance or performance in a particular capacity or role. Right?
That'd be interesting.
Yeah.
And it seems like she gets like a lot of eyes on look at the news and stuff because she's quite young.
Right. So I bet
I have to say though, I don't know why, but I don't really search much about like prime ministers or kings or queens or presidents, but I actually thought the youngest might be like 18 or something.
I don't know. I bet in history there have probably been young.
Yes, there is actually. I remember earlier today. Now I remember. I actually searched it up. A guy. He was king. So not prime minister. He was king. He was king when he was 192 days old. That's quite young.
Yeah. He probably wasn't doing much.
He must have been like just for the photos, like.
Right. All right. Let's see. Wow, time's going quick. So I'm going to scroll through and you tell me if something catches your eye and we'll maybe talk about it. Okay. All right. So let's take a look. Right. Ooh. Want me to keep going? A lot of. Which one? This one? Or the one right here?
Can we do both?
All right. So this one's actually in Chile, in South America. Santiago, Chile.
I'll read. Police officers clashed with protesters during another day of social mobilization in Santiago. A proposed increase in the price of metro fares sparked a series of anti-government protests in the country that have left at least 24 people dead. The protesters are demanding improvement in the quality of healthcare, education, and general distribution of wealth in Chile.
Right. So Santiago, Chile, there's the capital. I've been to Santiago when I studied in Chile. I lived in Chile for about 6 months. And
I've never been to Santiago or Chile.
You've been to South America when we passed through, but let's see. You were quite young. So these are the carabineros. Carabineros.
What the heck are carabineros?
It's just the national police force.
Enero?
No,
Febrero,
no,
enero,
I think
febrero.
it's carabineros.
Okay,
Carabineros.
this is an English lesson, not Spanish.
And so they're protesting, and this guy, he looks like he's carrying
A
a
weapon.
like a tear gas kind of thing. That's what I would think.
That doesn't look like one of the tear gas that you showed.
No,
That's more like a grenade.
they have different ones. They have ones that can shoot smaller things, and they have ones that you can throw, and all that stuff. So more violence, and people are demanding things, so it's getting kind of violent.
24 people died.
Yes, so quite serious, right? All right, let's see. How about this one? This one's kind of interesting.
Minya, Egypt.
Hmm?
Yeah, Egypt. A laborer worker works at the White Mountain. Oh, that's White Mountain. Seems like it. Limestone extraction quarry.
Quarry.
Exactly. Quarry covered in fine white dust.
Laborers.
Okay. Laborers toil in brutal conditions with little workplace safety for paltry pay.
For paltry pay. All right. So if something is,
I should have paused for that for you to correct me. Paltry pay.
what do you think paltry means?
I do not know, but I know what means.
Paltry means like small. Like there you go, paltry. Of an amount, it's small or meager. So she would earn a paltry $33 more each month. So they earn a paltry salary, which is like nothing, just barely, hardly anything, and they have probably like dangerous conditions, stuff like that.
That's kind of weird, but I remember this reminds me of something though. I watched on YouTube. It was a video called like a long time ago. A video was called "Like a Boss" compilation.
Compilation.
Yeah, exactly. And it was like this guy. He was like working as a constructor. Oh, that's interesting. Like there's like a brick. Bricks are kind of heavy sometimes, and if you hit their head like really hard, you can bleed. So it was like there was like this guy, two guys actually, but one was like the boss kind of. um, like not like the boss, but I mean like boss of the compilation. And then after that, he was like doing bricks and then like gluing them, like not gluing them, like putting them in position. And there's that another guy, you couldn't really see the guy, but he was like throwing him bricks, and he was like catching it like one hand, like catching it and then putting it, and then after that, don't even look, catching it, catching it, catching it. Now that's like a boss. I would probably be like, "Dong."
Okay. All right.
That was kind of funny how I said I was like, "Dong." Okay, next.
Well, I think I'm gonna have to wrap it up because it's already 9 o'clock here.
Can we do one more?
You want to do one more? All right. Let's see. Let's see what. Scroll down. All right. This is from Chios, Greece again. Remember the very first picture were the migrants, the refugees in Greece.
Can you go one more down?
Yeah. Ooh.
Oh, now that's interesting. Okay, I want to do this one.
Go ahead.
Bogota.
Bogota. Yep, Colombia.
Yeah, I need to put my accent on. Bogota, Colombia. Dancers practice for a performance tied to a crane in preparation for a Christmas play. Oh, a little bit like the Cirque du Soleil.
Cirque du Soleil.
Exactly.
I guess. Yeah. Interesting.
Next.
All right. Last one.
Bad Aussie. Oh yeah, a lot of in Australia actually. Even though this is not Australia, this is Austria. I remember that Australia has like different kind of stuff. Like for example, like a bathroom to them it's like toilet, but and toilet for Americans means toilet for them, same exact thing. But it's like I remember it was like the shortest English in the world. It was like not instead of Australia, Aussie. Well, anyway,
that's okay.
It was like silence. I was like, "Oh, my joke's not so that good." Okay, anyway, Okay, now
right.
that's more like it. Okay. Bad Aussie, Austria. A participant jumps into the sixth,
Centigrade, I think maybe.
exactly, centigrade water of the Tron River wearing a gentle dress. Oh, that's a girl.
Yeah,
Maybe.
I don't know. But if the sea is like centigrade, that's like really cold water. Hmm. All
And with
right.
the shoes on, that's not intentional then.
Okay, so I gotta
Can you
wrap it
just
up now
can you
because
just see what's the next one?
oh, you want it? Okay. All right. Let's see. Woo, a snake.
I want to read
Sao
that.
Sao Paulo, Brazil.
Can I read
Okay.
it?
So
Okay.
this is the last one. The last one was the last one. The last one was the. Okay, go ahead. Go
Okay.
ahead.
Sao Paulo, Brazil. An expert holds a rattlesnakes before extracting venom at the Butantan Institute. The institute supplies Brazil's Ministry of Health with many different types of snakes. Venom for destruction,
Distribution.
just exactly distribution around the country. In 2018, near 29,000 people were bitten by snakes in Brazil. Ugh, that's a lot,
Yeah.
kind of a lot, of which over 100 were killed. Oh,
Hmm.
what is it? Is rattlesnake really that poisonous?
Yeah. Yeah. It's. I don't think it's the most poisonous snake, but it's
Um,
there and.
do you see the like a little bit of boxes on boxes on the left, like tons of boxes, a few boxes? They're probably full of snakes.
Uh-huh. I guess
Uh,
so.
so actually, I remember. I'll just say it fast. We have to wrap it up. Wrap it up. Not the wrap, okay? So don't get hungry. So then after that, here's the thing. So it was like I remember I watched this video on not Nat Geo Wild, which is like an animal kind, and there was like two people like snake experts, like they like took snakes out of houses and stuff like that, and they were like a male and female, and they were like they had like a little bit of a collection, like smaller collection than that, and they said they were actually taking care of a snake, and then guess what? While they were like holding it, about to drop it in a box, guess what happened?
You bit them?
Oh Jesus, that's worse. But there's a blackout. Everything went dark.
Oh boy.
And guess what? That was the most poisonous snake in the world. What was it? What's the most poisonous snake in the world? I forgot. Cobra was it? I forgot.
I'm not
But
sure.
yeah, it was like quite a long snake, and they basically like heard the thing, and they heard it like at the bottom at their feet, so it could have bit them any time.
Uh-huh. Leah,
And you
who
got an A in reading.
you got an
Like
A
that.
in
Thank
reading?
you.
Woo!
Nothing that impressive. Not that much.
Well, now we just need to get you to do it
Wrap
in
it up.
many multiple languages.
Yeah, next one up.
Okay.
Chinese or Spanish?
Ah. Okay.
What
So
else?
let's see. We're just gonna quick see what other pictures were there. Oh,
Okay.
actually,
Wrap it up.
that's the bottom. That's the last
Oh,
one. Okay. All right. So let me go back here and let's take a look. This
but
week.
there was one more.
Well, we gotta stop. There's always one more.
But there
There's
was really
always
one
one
more.
more.
Do you remember that Greece one? That one, Germany was it?
It's possible. There's always one more, but it's
There's
getting.
still one more. There's still one more. We finished the whole list except that one little one. We need to
Okay.
go back and read.
So let's take a look. So today we looked at pictures from this week from a news website. We explored vocabulary. We did some, and we talked about what we saw. We did that. So we get a check. Cha-ching. And I guess you get an A for reading.
Nothing
Yes.
that impressive.
All right. So let me do the closing, and then we'll do the final picture. Okay. And I haven't shown it to you, so it'll be a surprise for you and
Shame.
anybody who's still there watching. Okay. Here we go. So remember, improve your English, become more valuable. Right? Improve your ability to have good, higher level communication. It makes you more valuable and able to, get jobs, travel around, talk with people, do business, stuff like that.
I don't know why, but I'm still trying to copy my picture in there.
Okay. All right. If you like our
Not
stuff
too
here
soon.
at YouTube, make sure to subscribe and click on the thumbs up button, the like button. And if you're already subscribed, they have a little bell notification, and YouTube will send you something when we have something new.
And
Okay.
if you watched the last live, you would have actually seen that I was a little bit funny in one video. That I was actually like the girl with braids. she was like getting hit in the face. I was like, oh, that's totally French braids. Go watch that out.
Okay, so Chloe, this is the picture that we're gonna close
Ooh.
on today.
That's cute.
Tell me about what you see.
I see a lot of penguins, but they look photoshopped a little.
Okay.
They look too bright.
Huh?
They look a little too bright.
They could have edited the picture or something.
Maybe.
I think these are called emperor penguins. Is that right? Emperor penguins? Let's quick take a look. Emperor penguin?
You spelled it wrong.
I did, but Google will fix it. Yes. Okay, so emperor penguins. And what's
That's not
happening?
funny.
What's happening in the picture?
There's a few baby penguins, but more adult.
Okay.
And I can't see their eyes that much. It's too dark.
So it's freaking cold out there.
Yeah, do you want to go there next day? Or tomorrow?
So that we just have a big herd of penguins, and they're all kind of huddling around and maybe watching the kids or the baby penguins. And
I remember that, like, the baby was like sit down, and there's that the mom or the dad would, usually the mom, I think, would like cuddle them, like in their legs,
and huddle, yeah, and keep them close
them
and keep
warm.
them warm.
But
Right.
after they grow up, bye-bye. That's true.
Okay.
I think, at least.
So this is it. I have to end it because it's getting late.
It's 9:07.
It is. So
Past the curfew time.
all right, so I'm going to type in the comments. I'm going to say thank you for joining this live English lesson.
I need to say one more thing.
You talk, I will type.
I will. It's past the curfew time. It's 9:07, and AKA the fault was me.
It's all right. We learned.
I know.
So it's interesting to see pictures like that. So thank you for joining this live English lesson.
And I found out that I have an A in reading.
A in reading. Okay, so I'm going to stop streaming now, and all right, until next time.